Friday, September 4th. Just after daylight, a turquoise pumper truck for concrete arrived, but it couldn't put down its legs on a flat surface, so they called the little cat to clear an area to make the truck stable. Then it moved into position to begin its day filling the stem walls with concrete. I had to leave campus to have blood work done, so I missed the pouring of the concrete. Afterwards, the pile of concrete that is purged when the job is complete lay right in the middle of the road. Of course, a little cat came to clean up the mess. It seems a lot like following the elephants around at the circus. I was disappointed when I heard rattling outside my balcony again. The Skytrack was making repeated trips to carry the blue scaffolding frame back around to the other side of the site. I guess we were just storage for a while. On the steel atrium, workers are adding the green fire-retardant sheetrock to the upper layer. Looking down from Alta Vista, you can see the chiller trenches have come toward the big cat. It can't go any further right now. There's machinery in the way. Doc sent pictures of the progress made in the halls of healthcare. This is the entrance to one of the new private healthcare rooms. Our long-held dream is slowly becoming a reality. On the north side, the frame wall for this quadrant is almost complete. Concrete will be poured next week sometime. Rebar is stretching from the casita area toward the 4000 wing. On the north side, it was good to see the street sweeper has cleared out under the car canopy. I don't know how those guys with brooms behind can breathe. Rosie is visiting the Butterfly Emporium in Lexington, Kentucky with my sister. Tonight, the mountains are clear of smoke and of storms. Monday, September 7th, was a holiday, and there was no noise below my balcony. Sky was overcast, and even the birds seemed bored, so I decided, let's have some fun. A while ago, I made this video for my sweet friend Nancy Madigan about her intrepid granddaughter, Indy. This video is about my sweet friend, Indy. Even when she was a little bitty, she had a very creative way of eating her food. I thought it might be fun to try it this way. You could get a lot of chocolate all at once. Oh, I think I have the caffeine jitters now. Indy was an inquisitive child. She found wonderful things in nature. And she was very practical. If you're thirsty, take a drink. At the beach, she was calm and cheerful. But give her a water balloon and she became a warrior. Even in messy situations, Indy always had a sense of style. Indy loved to watch bluebirds in the woods. Bumblebees on beautiful flowers caught her eye. Floppy bunnies made her laugh. And butterflies made her pause to watch. Sweet dogs needed to be petted. And I think she even liked turtles too. I have another friend named Bear, and she was bored and lonely living in my quiet house. Indy had a birthday and was turning 5, so I decided to give Bear to her. They spent many hours getting to know each other. From the smile on Indy's face, I think they are going to be great friends. Bear is already telling me about the wonderful adventures she's having with Indy. So celebrate and rejoice for all the children and grandchildren in your life.
Gene Theriault speaking. This is Thursday, September the 10th. Coming toward us is this big machine that's going to lay down asphalt in this new parking area on the west side of the campus near the sculpture garden. The end of the machine that's facing us is the mouth that gets filled with asphalt from a dump truck. He's going to back into this to-be parking lot. 3 weeks ago, this parking lot was leveled off. It was very smooth and tamped down. And then they decided they had to dig 2 big trenches in the parking lot to run some water lines because they're going to have plants near the wall. And this morning, they have been smoothing the property out again prior to the laying down of the asphalt. We're over at the other end of the parking lot right now. They're smoothing it out. Right in front of us is a concrete area where the drain is. The water overflow when it rains and whatever comes down the street and it runs into this little area. Here the asphalt machine is just parked out of the way, waiting for the asphalt dump trucks to arrive. They're expecting to have something like 7 truckloads of asphalt, and it's the first truckload is actually should have been here by now. Here it is. It's finally shown up. It was supposed to show up around 9:30, and it's now 10:30. It's using our parking area, the newly constructed parking area at the front of the building as a turnaround spot. He has to back over to the new parking area under construction. There he is. This worker is telling him to come on in, and the truck driver is concerned about something, and he has to go check on what it is. It turns out the truck driver is concerned there's a manhole sticking up above ground level, and it's not protected from him running over it. And so what happens is that they dump a little asphalt there surrounding the manhole cover. And that was out of the view of the camera, and I didn't feel like walking over there to try to catch the picture of that. I'm having to film through the fence. You want to watch the driver of the asphalt machine. He gives hand signals to the truck driver. He controls the truck by hand signals, and he's right now telling the truck he could start dumping. He will hold his thumb up as long as he wants the truck to be dumping. They have quite a variety of hand signals that they have to use. It's such a noisy site, they can't use voice. I guess they could use a phone or something, but hand signals are tradition on a work site. he told the truck to pull forward and get out of the way. And I thought the asphalt machine was going to lay down asphalt, but that's not what happened. He just dumped a bunch of asphalt near that concrete apron where the drain is, and manually they smooth it out along the concrete edge. And they will continue to do this around all of the concrete edges, manually putting it down that way. And they have both a manual and a rotary machine to tamp it down. Now the asphalt machine has backed up again next to that concrete edge, and if you look carefully, you can see there are two wings on the back of the asphalt machine that come out. It actually lays down a row of concrete that's wider than the machine is when the machine is folded up to drive down the streets. It's a full lane wide that he will put down. He closed up the mouth to dump some more asphalt into the guts of the machine, and he's about to move forward now. He's telling the truck driver to come back and hook up and dump some more asphalt. I was surprised that this asphalt is being put down in two different layers. The first layer is a lot thinner than I had expected, and they will be putting in a second layer afterwards. You can see that he's putting in a nice wide stretch of asphalt right on the dirt surface. And they walk right on that asphalt right away. Apparently this machine puts a lot of pressure on the asphalt, so it's solid. Now the dump truck is dumping the rest of the asphalt over in the edge, and they will manually use this asphalt around the edges of the concrete like they did it in the first part, and they will continue doing that all day long. These guys really have a pretty work-intensive job here. I'm sure they're very glad to see the temperature change, and they're not having to work in 95-degree temperature. In fact, the sun's not even out, and it's a pretty comfortable temperature for working like this. So that one dump truck is done. There are 7 dump trucks needed all total. I came back a few minutes later to see what was going on, and found out that they had not made a lot of additional progress. Turns out that there are 2 sources for this asphalt, and the factory that they were using at first had a failure, and they had to switch to another factory. This part of the asphalt has been put down on both layers now, and you can see it's smoothed up with the concrete, same height everywhere. And here we can see there's only 1 layer put in, and as we sweep around, there's no asphalt. Well, that's all for today, but I'm told that they will finish up the job today.
Thursday, September 10th. Smoke has obscured the mountains and makes it harder for many of us to breathe. It even makes sunrises seem eerie and otherworldly. Winds have been so strong in the area that we were advised to take plants and patio furniture off of our balconies so it wouldn't get blown into the street. This sky looks like ski weather is just around the corner in the mountains. Regardless of what the weather is doing, they need to continue building frame walls. They start by clearing off all the loose concrete and debris from the Lego pieces. Next step, a lubricant is applied to the front and sides. Workers carry the Lego pieces carefully across a narrow wood bridge. They set them down on a pile inside the frame wall. Another worker carries the Lego piece across another bridge toward the rebar wall. It wouldn't be nearly as scary if it wasn't so windy. As the frame wall rises higher, long 2x4s are used to prop and support it. Finally, scaffolding is erected, getting ready to pour more concrete in a frame wall. Out on the road, Don finds a flatbed idling. It has an unusual cargo. SkyTrack makes repeated trips out to the truck to unload this new cargo. Many trips later, there is a huge pile of equipment below our balcony. Workers have been breaking up the pallets and carrying pieces of this framework into the maintenance level. It will create a scaffolding which will have concrete poured on it for the ceiling of the maintenance level and the floor of Mikasa. On the assisted living atrium, wood is being installed within the metal framework so prefab windows can be fitted correctly. Rains have played havoc with the construction site. Even a few of the outhouses are underwater. It's good they have extras. Big Cat works to make the area passable for feet or other vehicles. Around the bend, workers are putting concrete around new window frames. No more snooping there for Wilbur. On the north side, pipes have been installed down the center of the parking structure. It takes weeks to build a frame wall. Once it's filled with concrete, they have to take it all down and start somewhere else. Near the kitchen alley, a little forklift is offloading cinder blocks from a flatbed truck. Up along the casitas, Todd and 2 pharmacy workers are giving Carol a flu shot. They deserve a round of applause as I watch them drag their equipment over uneven places. Sunflowers always make me happy.